The community that I chose for my Catalyst presentation is the African American community and the Black Lives Matter movement. The Black Lives Matter movement started with the hashtag. The hashtag was created because there was a case, Trayvon Martin's case, that it became like a national um, protest thing that um, because he was racially profiled while walking home from the local grocery store. He was profiled because he was wearing a hoodie over his head, and just because he looked suspect, the neighborhood watch person targeted him and came after him. Now, there are no clear witnesses, which is why he was acquitted from the charges. So because of this, it started a nationwide protest where people started protesting against police brutality. And then after that, there was a few other cases, a lot of other cases, like Philando Castile, Breonna Taylor, Tatiana Jefferson, Michael Brown, George Floyd. They all like sparked this heightened state of protesting against police brutality and injustice, right? And I think another part of the protest was the abuse of power, of some officers, because not all officers are this way, right? Three young ladies created the Black Lives Matter movement, and this is the mission that is stated in their website. This is part of it. It says to work inside and outside of the system to heal the past, reimagine the present, and invest in the future of Black lives through policy change, investment in our communities, and a commitment to arts and culture. This is the mission of Black Lives Matter. A lot of people claim that the only reason why this protest was going viral, or I'm sorry, the police brutality cases were going viral, is because they were being recorded and they were being shared on social media, on the media, on the TV newscast and everything. And this is why all of this was coming out to the light. But apparently this has been going on for a while. There just hasn't been clear evidence, right? Now, in our modern day civil rights movements, there's people like Reverend Al Sharpton, Alicia Garza, Benjamin Crump. They support these families that have lost loved ones to police brutality. Now, after saying all this, and comparing this to community development and community empowerment, I have to say, I'm going to share an unpopular opinion, right? The unpopular opinion that I want to share is that I'm not sure about their mission, okay? Their mission statement is very broad. It's very hard to pinpoint what is it that they are trying to do or trying to accomplish. It doesn't include anything on police brutality. It doesn't include, it does. The only thing that I see that they have actually kind of stuck with in the process is their investment in their communities. Now, I don't know what they mean by what are some of the things they're saying about arts and culture. I'm not sure where they were going with that, but anyway, I just believe that this movement was mostly caused by a lot of emotion, a lot of deep emotions that come from years and years of police brutality, that it does happen. But I'm not sure if the founders took their time to really develop the foundation of this movement, really develop what the purpose was, how are they going to grow this foundation, how are they going to expand I'm not sure what the plan was there because we haven't seen this. Now, in the question that I'm going to throw in there right now is, where is the Black Lives Matter movement now? What happened? Because we haven't really heard a lot about it since, I would say, last year, summer maybe was the last thing that happened. According to an article from Pew Research Center, the support for Black Lives Matter has died down in the past year or so. Some people say it's because they don't feel the movement has made much difference. Others say it's because the Black Lives Matter donations were not properly distributed to the community as they claimed. In a New York Post article written by Isabel Vincent, it was stated that only 33% of the $90 million donations helped charitable foundations. I actually have a statistic picture that I'm going to show after the video, or I'm going to include it right after this. Okay, now that you guys have seen the picture, I'm going to conclude by saying that I think to be successful in community development and community empowerment, there has to be a very well laid out plan so that people can follow, so that it could be sustainable. Because after 10 years, we haven't really seen the results of all that ruckus that happened, all the protests. And yes, there has been police reform, some, and there has been some, some policemen that have been sentenced to some years in prison and things like that. But it hasn't been a lot. And I say this to say that according to all the data that I found, in order to be successful with these kind of movements and these kinds of community development ideas, we have to be transparent. We have to not get pulled by only emotions. There has to be work put into how we're going to develop, how we're going to be successful in 10, 20 years, 30 years. There has to be a good foundation. That's all.